Hello, hello, hello. Let's see who's gonna join us. Okay, I believe we are live, maybe, hopefully. Yes, we are officially live. I'm just going to share really quickly with our groups real quick and hope that everybody can find us. All right. The VIPs and our team, and I think we're good to go now. Make sure. Okay, I think we're good. All right. Say hello if you are joining us live so that we know you are here. And you do know that we are live. If you see up here in the top left corner, the little red live. If you don't see the little red live, then you're seeing the recording, and I won't be responding to your live question or your questions at the time that they come through. I do try to keep a track of them as they're coming through when we are live, and I try to answer them. But if I happen to miss them, I definitely will go back through and answer them afterwards. But as I said, I do try to keep track while we're live. If, however, you're asking any questions after the live is over, feel free to go ahead and put them in the comments, and I do review them, and I will come back and answer with anything that you may have. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and switch our camera view. Again, just say hello as you're joining so I know that you're here. And we're going to switch us over. All right, so you can see what I got going on here. So we are in a new subscription period for our paper pumpkin. If you're a current subscriber, your May kit is on the way, and you should be seeing that arrive anytime. Hey, Arlene, so glad you could make it. Glad you were able to find us. So anyway, the May kit is in the mail and should be arriving probably in about 7 days, give or take, depending on how far from Salt Lake City, Utah you happen to be. But that kit is a masculine kit. It is going to cover Father's Day. It's going to make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs. With 9 coordinating envelopes, you're going to get some pre-cut paper accent pieces and labels, wood grain textures, and masculine earthy tones. It will coordinate with Wild Wheat, Pool Party, Misty Moonlight, Early Espresso, Crumb Cake, and Basic Beige, and your ink spot will be a Misty Moonlight ink spot. It'll also coordinate with the Country Woods Designer Series paper that you'll find in the new annual catalog. So that is something else. It does coordinate with the dies, the add-on dies that are called Thanks and Beyond. And they are only while supplies last. And the last I looked, they were still available, but only to subscribers. The June kit is now available for subscription pre-order, I guess you could say, if you wanted to get in on the June kit. That one is called Life is Sweet, and it is going to kind of feature our new in colors. It's going to celebrate the sweet things in life with textured and artistic cards. It's going to make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs with 9 coordinating envelopes. You're going to get iridescent glimmer sentiments and pre-cut paper pieces. You're going to get vellum accents, iridescent pearls and linen thread, and it will coordinate with Poppy Parade, Peach Pie, which is a new in color, Lemon Lolly, Shy Shamrock, also a new in color, Pool Party, and Pretty in Pink, a new in color. The Stamp and Spot will come in Shy Shamrock, so that'll be the new color ink that you'll get. And again, the subscription period is open for that one, and that will close on June 10th. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely get in on that. Just a real quick reminder, too, that the entire month of May is an amazing starter kit opportunity. If you're not already a current demonstrator, this is probably one of the best times you could sign up to become a demonstrator to get an amazing 20% discount on any future purchases. For the starter kit special, you're not only going to get your $125 worth of product for $99 with free shipping, you're also going to get an additional $82 in product added to your kit, which is going to be the 5 in color ink pads, You're going to get the 5 in color cardstock. You're going to get the multi-pack. So you're going to get like 2 sheets of each of the colors. You're also going to get the 2024-2026 in color 6x6 designer series paper pack. And you're going to get a pack of the 2024-2026 in color markers. So stamp and write markers. And that's 5 markers. So all those in colors in your starter kit for free. So again, you're going to pick out anything you want worth $125 in product, and you're only going to pay $99. You're going to get free shipping with it. Hey, sis, glad to see you again today. So anyway, great deal, especially if you are looking to, save a little money on your purchases that you're going to be making anyway. Great opportunity. The other thing is our all-inclusive kits. Again, Stampin' Up! Has really, we got that upside down, bumped up their kits. These kits are amazing. They are all-inclusive. Everything you need is in the kits. This is just a sampling. We do introduce 2 new kits every single month. And they're really amazing. I just did one of the kits. That one happens to be unavailable right now, but it is being restocked. It's the By Your Side kit. It's got the dogs, the cats. Oh my God, so stinking cute. Highly recommend that kit. If you don't already have it, definitely recommend it. When it comes back in stock, you're going to want it. And again, it took me 30 minutes to put that together. And you have a lot of product left over and the stamp sets. You can really go crazy with that one. All right. So tonight we are featuring a carryover stamp set. This is the Heartfelt Hexagon. This one was featured in our mini catalog from the January to April mini. However, it did carry over into our new catalog along with the coordinating hexagon, Heartfelt Hexagon punch. This punch keeps going on back order. It comes in and then it goes out. This is probably one of the most popular punches I have seen us carry. Might even have surpassed the moose punch. If any of you remember the moose punch that we could not keep in stock for love nor money, this seems to be the next one, just like it. Cannot keep it in stock. It is always on back order. The thing with this particular stamp set and punch, my friend Cindy and I are going to be releasing a class at the end of this. Well, probably even sooner than that. It'll be probably in the next few weeks. We'll be releasing registration for a class featuring this stamp set and punch. So more to come on that, but I'm going to give you some different ideas. So something to really seriously consider if you want to take this class with us, because there's so much we can do with it. But tonight I am doing some fun folds with you. Let's see. Let me get these things out of the way. Ugh, making a mess. Okay. So for this particular, we're making 3 cards tonight. This one here, I got the idea from Patty Bennett, actually. She was doing a bunch of these with a different punch. And she learned it from another demonstrator. And I thought, oh my gosh, this paper, because this is brand new paper in the new catalog. It's called A Bounded Beauty. So every project is using this paper. And I will tell you, the class that Cindy and I are releasing is also going to use this paper with the stamp set. Gorgeous. Check out this paper. You can see I've been using it a lot because I've already designed my cards for the class. But those are a secret for now. But check out the beautiful colors. Has all of the new in colors in it, as well as a few of our favorite old colors like Berry Burst, little of that pretty peacock in there. But then we also have the new colors. Oh, there's a little Calypso Coral in there as well. But check out the pretty in pink. We have that Peach Pie. We have the new Petunia Pop. Oh, hey, Sherry. Glad you could join us. Happy Mother's Day. And look, I love this paper. It's so fun. Anyway, so definitely want to consider that class when that does post. I'll be sending out information on that, like I said, her and I very soon. But check out this peekaboo card. Is that not adorable? So now you get to see both sides of this designer paper, and you know how much I love showing both sides because it's such pretty paper. You want to see it all. Loving that. So that's card number 1. Card number 2 is another fun fold, and this one I actually got from Cindy. She had sent me using some old paper. She sent me this card as some inspiration, and check this out. So you have a card inside of a card. Is that not the coolest? So I totally cased her card. We just changed it up with the new in colors and the new paper. So ta-da. In there. But completely cased it. And I changed the sentiment to let's eat cake. Because, you know, there's always room for cake. And then, of course, we made a sympathy card, and we made it with this fun fold. So these are really easy folds, but they're simple and they're quite easy. So we're going to start with this one here, which is our peekaboo card. I'm going to bring in all of our pieces here. So in my envelope, I have a pretty peacock card base. This measures 5 1/4 by, or 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Well, thank you, Arlene. I'm so glad you like that. I have a piece of designer series paper. This measures 10 1/2 this way by 4 inches wide, and I have it scored at 5 1/4. So we fold that right in half. So I'm going to take our foam folder and smooth that out. So now the question becomes, like, how do you get that peekaboo up here? Well, you punch the hole through both sides of the paper, and then we have a 3 1/2 by 5 inch piece of basic white that'll cover over everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our punch before we do anything. We've got our little hexagon punch here, and make sure you have the correct end, which is the end that has the fold, and you want to get into the center, and I'm pushing it all the way in. But now I need to try to get it. I want an even on each side. And I'm just eyeballing it. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect, but that looks, I think, let's give it a little more. That way. I think that looks pretty good. This, again, doesn't need to be spot on. I'm not going to get a ruler out and start measuring. I think we're pretty close to even, maybe just a smidge that way. There we go. And punch. So now I have 2 little pieces, and I'm going to save those because I might do a project with them. You never know. So now I have my peekaboo. So I'm going to go ahead and get my adhesive. And we're just going to add flip that over. Okay. And then we're just going to center that onto this pretty peacock base. And again, you just want to get even. So now this will go into here like so, and you're never going to know there's a hole in the paper there. Pretty cool, huh? Thanks, sis. It is pretty paper. Okay, next up, I have my petunia pop, and we need our stamp here. So we need the sending love. And then I also added a little leaf down here in the, there it is, corner. So we're going to start with the little leaf in the corner here. So we're going to set that aside. And we need, for that, I'm using Pretty Peacock. So we're going to grab that. I'm going to set this over here. We're going to get our little leaf inked up. And just down here in the corner, like so. Perfect. Don't need that anymore. I'm going to clean that up. Then we're going to bring in that stamp there, the sending lots of love and hugs. When I get this kind of, not gluing it down yet, but I am going to get it kind of in position because I am going to use that as my point of reference for positioning. So now I have the petunia pop. We're going to ink up this here stamp. And then we're just going to line this up in here like so. And I like to put a little extra pressure and make sure it sits long enough to make sure all that ink transfers from my stamp to the paper. Like so. And that color does lighten up as it dries. You'll see how dark it is here compared to there. Then we're going to go ahead and we can add our adhesive. And again. Get that a little straighter than that. Oops. And of course, our adhesive is really sticky. So you want to be really careful. There we go. And there's that. Then I brought in some linen twine, or linen thread, whatever you'd like to prefer to call it. And I'm just going to snip and snip. And I do like to double the linen thread just because it just seems to show up better and pop a little more off the card when you have a double bow. I'm just going to just going to fuss with it just a little bit. Bring in my little scrap can here. Turn that down. Then I have my glue dots. And then that is going to go right on that point on the designer paper. Trim that just a smidge more. There we go. And that's how quick and easy that card is right there. Super, super simple. And I think I cut a different piece of paper and I didn't even realize it. But they both work. Either one works just fine. So pretty. Love that whole pack of paper, honestly. Okay, so that's our first card. Super easy, nothing to it. Well, let's put this one over here. Okay, our next card, which is also a very easy fun fold card. Glue dots everywhere. Okay, so again, super easy. It's a card within a card. So you have all the space. You could write all kinds of stuff in here. This would be a great card if you had something going on in an office, like an office birthday, and you needed to have lots of signatures. You have space for lots of signatures. You can start all here and then work your way all on the inside. So great card for that. But again, bright, pretty, love it. Okay, so for this one, we have, this is the new Summer Splash color. Is that not pretty? Again, 8.5 by 5.5. And this time it's scored at 4 1/4 and 2 1/8. Okay, are my score lines. So 4 1/4, 2 1/8. So on those score lines, the first one, the 4 1/4, you're going to fold your card in half. Burnish it like so. Then you're going to fold the next score line back like so. And that's how you fold that card. Okay. Then I have a piece of basic white. This measures 10 1/2 by 4, and I have it scored at 5 1/4. So now we have our 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside. So we're just going to make sure everything lines up nicely. And we're just going to use our bone folder and burnish that like so. Okay, so before we add this to the inside of our card, we're going to do a couple of things. And I did forget, but oh, yeah, use this. I didn't bring over something to stamp off with. So we're just going to use some copy paper. And we've got the Summer Splash ink pad. So this is the new in color Summer Splash. Love this color. It's so pretty. And we have here, this is a little sprig from the stamp set. Everything's going crazy here. Okay. I hope I didn't freeze for you guys. I froze on my end. Anyway, so we're just going to go ahead. We're going to ink up in Summer Splash. And let's go off the page a little bit. So we're just going to bring that down like so. And put that right there. And then we're going to ink it up again. And we're going to stamp off. And stamp again. Stamp off. And stamp again. So we have a nice little bouquet there. We don't need that. Then we need, this was it. Petunia Pop again. We're done with that. And I have the little heart. And right on the inside, right down here in the corner, we added a little heart. Just a little something to zhuzh up the inside. Okay, now we can set that aside because that's all set. Bring back our card. Now I have some designer series paper. I have 2 pieces of that paper, and they're both cut 2 1/8 wide by 5 3/8 long. Or it's 2 inches. I'm sorry, because this is 2 1/8. So this is 2 inches wide. I apologize. By 5 3/8 long. You knew I was going to mess that up telling you. So first one goes right here on the outside. And it's just a little tiny border. And this adhesive is super sticky, which is very good. You really want good sticky situation here, but at the same time, sometimes it goes down before I'm really ready to put it down, and then it sticks for good. Okay, there we go. Now we're straight. Okay, second piece goes on the inside panel here. The other thing is, make sure your paper is going in the right direction. You want to make sure your flowers are growing up and not upside down. It's very easy to do. Okay. Next, we're going to go ahead and add our adhesive to the back of our card. And this is going to just line up on the inside here. And there's that. Okay, next I have a scrap of the Summer Splash, and I've already punched out my Petunia Pop. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp. What did I do with my Summer Splash? So we're doing tone on tone here. So we want our frame and we want our Let's Eat Cake. So we're going to start with our frame. And we're just going to stamp the frame like so. Then we have Let's Eat Cake, also Summer Splash. Okay, Sherry, you have a good night. And we're going to stamp that right there, right inside that frame. And we now have our Let's Eat Cake. Put that over there for now. Next up, our punch. Get everything lined up. There we go. Punch. That goes into the scrap pile. And now you wonder, how on earth do we make a border out of that? They're the same size, right? Well, that's easy. We're just going to cut straight down the middle. And then we're just going to add a little adhesive. Just like that. So then get that lined up. Like so. Pretty nifty, huh? Oh, no worries, Sue. Glad you could make it. There we go. And then we're just going to add adhesive to the one side. And I like to take the points and have them be like my middle marker, I guess you could say, so they line up. So there you have it. So you see the split there a little bit, and if that bothers you, you could actually punch another one and have it cover that. But I didn't feel it was necessary. But like I said, you could do that if it does bother you. All right, next, we're going to make another one of those double bowls with our linen thread here. fuss with that a little bit. All right, and again, oops. Let's pull that back. Okay. Oop. Now we just need to bring back our little can here. Trim those tails. Glue dot. And that's going to go right under the Let's Eat Cake. Right in there. Like so. Then we have these really pretty, these are called the 2024-2026 In Colors Shimmer Gems. Unfortunately, these are out of stock right at the moment, but they should be back in stock by the end of the month. They're so pretty. I'm going to do some of these here in the Petunia Pop. I'm going to do a little one right here and a larger one right there. And that finishes card number 2. Well, thank you, ladies. Aren't they pretty? I love these new In Colors. They are so bright and cheery. They can't help but make you smile. Okay, so there's our second card. Card number 3. Super easy. It looks like, how'd she do that? You are going to be so surprised at how easy that is. You do need a pencil for this one. We're going to get our pencil. And we're going to set that aside here. And we need our paper trimmer. And our Designer Series paper. Which just blew away here. There we go. So we have our paper. And our trimmer. Now, this paper measures 12 inches by 5 1/4. Okay. So 12 inches, 5 1/4, and we're going to score at 2. So it's 2 inches. Then we score again at 4 inches. Then again at 8 inches. Oops. And 10 inches. So it's 2, 4, 8, 10. We need to keep this close by because we're going to need it again. So next thing on these short ends here, we're going to mark 2 ends. Actually, it's easier to do it with this. Let's do it. So I'm just going to turn it to the lighter side so it's a little bit easier. We need to mark. Let's turn it this way. 2 inches. So we're going to mark this at 2 inches. Make sure both are here. Okay. So we're going to mark 2 inches there and 2 inches there. Now what we need to do is we're going to cut from this score line here to that little mark at an angle. So we're going to get this, the top of the score line in the track, and then we have to just get that tick into the track as well. Make sure I'm feeling that. My lighting over here isn't the best for seeing this, but I think I got it. Okay, so we're just gonna, and we're gonna save that little piece right there. Now we have to do the same thing on the other side. Same thing. We got this score line. So the top of the score line goes there. That little tick mark goes there. And trim. And again, keep these little triangles. We need these. Now we can go ahead and remove our trimmer. So now we fold on those score lines. Now we need to bring back, we're done with our pencil. We can put that back in its place. And we're going to fold this back on the original score line. This one goes. And then this one comes back like so. And now we have the base, our basis for our card. Okay. Next up. Oh, hey, Kay. Happy Mother's Day to you. So glad you could join us. I have another piece of that Summer Splash cardstock. This measures 5.5 by 4.25. So this is going to be where our card base actually layers onto that, like so. So we're going to go ahead and add some adhesive to the back of this pretty paper. Love this paper. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I think it goes so well with this stamp set, even though it was designed to go with the Unbound Beauty. I think it's Unbound Beauty. Wait, what's that? You'll find the entire suite. This is the Unbounded Beauty, yes. This whole suite all was designed to go together. And that's where you'll find this paper. It has this beautiful glimmer paper, these adhesive-backed resin dots. When Stampin' Up! Designs a suite, they design it to be used together because you know you got coordination, everything goes together. However, don't be afraid to break out and use your papers with other things. And like I said, I think this works beautifully with this particular stamp set. It has that light, airy feel to it. And it's just fun paper. This happens to be a sympathy card, but still, it does work. Okay, so now we're going to take back these little triangles that we have here, and you're going to go ahead and cut off these little points on at the score line. Sometimes it's easier to see the score line on the lighter side. So you just want to cut that off. We don't need these. And the same thing. Don't need. Okay, so now we can go ahead and add adhesive. And this, so you're actually switching sides, like this got cut off over here. this is now going to go on over here. So you're just flipping sides. Let's see. Oop. And this goes right at the bottom like this. And this makes it look like you have even more folds in your paper than really what you do. So now you're seeing more of the different colors and more of the other side of the paper. So that's what's kind of cool about this whole fold. Just like that. So everything lines up, and now you are left with this little pattern in here. All right, so for the inside, I have a 5 by 3 3/4 inch piece of basic white, and this is going to go on the inside like so. So once again, I'm going to go ahead. Well, let's go ahead and stick it in there anyway. We don't have to get fancy. But I did use it to line up before I stamped my little pattern in there, but we're going to go ahead and stick it in here, and then we'll stamp our pattern. All right, so we're just going to get that in there like so. Close that up. Then we need this little, I don't know, it's a little, it's not a fleur-de-lis, but it's a little leafy design, I guess. So we're going to close our card. I'm going to go ahead and ink this up in the Summer Splash. And then right there, so it's peeking out, you can see that. And that's all we do to the inside of this card. We don't have to get too fancy. It's a sympathy card. So it's just adding a little something extra. Let's keep that out too, because now we need it. I also have here a die cut circle. I used the deckled edge circles. If you were counting from the inside out, it's number 6 size, and that is from the Petunia Pop. And I have a scrap of basic white. I'm going to bring that frame back, and this time we're going to use the sympathy sentiment. So we're going to start with the Summer Splash ink pad to ink up our frame, and we're just going to go ahead and stamp that like so. Next, we want Petunia Pop. And our With Sincere Sympathy. And right in the center. Like so. All right. Punch. Get everything lined up in there. Now for this, I just went ahead and added some adhesive and layer that onto our circle. Then need some dimensionals. Close up the card, and I just added a couple of dimensionals right there. That way we know we're not going to accidentally glue our card shut. Yes, I have been known to have done that before. And then we're just going to bring that in like so. And of course, loving this linen thread. Tie that bow. And if you love these cards, be on the lookout for when the class goes live, because I've got more cards in that class utilizing the same product, but they're totally different designs. But it does include $20 worth of product, which is, and it's going to have a half a pack of this paper. Some of this linen thread and an embellishment. Haven't decided on the embellishment yet. It'll depend on what's available at the time that the class goes live. But I promise you're going to love the class. You're going to love the cards, especially if you love these ones. Okay, so now that little bow goes right there inside, like so. All right, and then we need our rhinestones, because everything's better with rhinestones. I'm going to put one up there. And we'll put one here and there. And there is our third card. Oh, absolutely no worries there, Miss Kay. Well, thank you, Miss Sue. I appreciate that. Trying to pick up as I go a little bit, because I tend to have to come back up here after lives, and it's like, oh boy, what did I do? But I figure if I pick up a little bit as I go along, it won't be such a big deal. All right, quick recap. So we have this fun card in a card, fun fold. Da, 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 da. Again, featuring that summer splash color. Let's eat cake, because again, everybody loves cake. And then, of course, the peekaboo card, sending you lots of love. And I had 2 different color schemes going on here. We had this one, and we had this one, but they all work. That paper is so versatile. There's so many different pieces in there, and they're all so pretty. There we go. So yeah, when the class does post, again, my friend Cindy and I are doing it together. It will be 8 cards, 2 each of 4 designs. Yeah, so more details coming. It will release probably by mid-month, with, I believe, a go live date of June 1st-ish, by the time we get everything together. But yeah, but I've already got my cards designed. She was working on hers. So yeah, we had a June 1st class going live. You'll be able to use whatever stamp set you happen to have. But of course, you will be able to add on this hexagon, Heartfelt Hexagon, if you choose to take the class. The punch is up for debate. Like I said, every time it comes in stock, it goes right back out of stock. It was in stock actually, like I say, a week ago, and like in less than 24 hours, it was back out of stock again. So that's one. If it's a punch on your wish list and you don't have it yet, watch, because once it comes in, it's right back out again. So it seems to be extremely popular. Like I said, I think it's even beaten out our moose punch, which I didn't think anything could beat the moose punch. That one was probably, I think that one went down in the records for Stampin' Up. But I think this hexagon punch may even beat that. So if it's on your wish list, grab it the next time it comes into stock. If it's in stock at the time that the class does go live, it will be available as an add-on to the class. But yeah, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Oh, good night, Cher. Love you. And I'll probably see you sometime around this week. Anyway, so yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this class. Again, like I said, keep your eyes peeled for when I post the actual class using this same product with other awesome cards. All right, guys, I have nothing else for you. I hope you all have had a wonderful Mother's Day. If you have your mother, God bless, and I hope you had a beautiful day with her. If you don't, I feel you, I see you, and I am there for you. So yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening and an even better week ahead. And God willing, I will be here again next week with some more fun shares for you. Have a great night, guys. Bye for now.